Hello, UGA fans from the Johto division and beyond. My name is Bryan. I'm here with my partner AJ, and we are bringing you a round one matchup of the Johto division between the third seed Welsh Wailords, coached by Matrix, and the sixth seed Bavarian Landorus, coached by Funky. So, as you can see here, the Welsh Wailords are Matrix's team. If you didn't know, he was the runner-up last season in the Johto division. The winner of last season, Carmine, is coaching the high voltage Magnazones in the Hoenn division. So this is definitely the time for Matrix to step up his game and become the champion of the Johto division, like we all want him to be. So without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into what he's bringing, and then we'll jump into what Funky's bringing. So on the Welsh Wailord side, we've got the Aromatisse, the Drampaw, the Primarina, the Mean Shao, the Spectrier, and the Moltres. And what does Funky have?
So, welcome guys. So, Funky is bringing Charizard G-Max with Sableye, Sizzle, and Manectric, full mons that we've seen him sort of bring and very critical to his team this season. But he's also bringing Tangler and Sizzle to support those four. So, yeah, very interesting matchup here, Brian.
And definitely. So go ahead and go into the keys of the matchup. So I think a key for Matrix is controlling speed. And that is something that Matrix is actually really good at in his battles. He's known for running Trick Room and then also working his mons in his opponent's Trick Room. But he also has ways of controlling speed outside of Trick Room. He can bulldoze with Spectrier. He could just go for the max airstreams with the Moltres. And then Min Shao even has access to the move Rock Tomb, which gives the if it hits a -1 in speed. So there are multiple ways that Matrix can control speed, and if he can do that, I think he has a good chance at winning this matchup.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think speed control is going to be key in this game. Like Brian was saying here, Funky sometimes like goes straight off the bat with his Charizard with airstreams, to really get that speed control early on, and in turn one of his games. So, yeah, Matrix is going to have an answer to that. And then also Funky's, always typically brings that Urshifu in the back, to sort of come in and revenge kill. A lot of mons that are weak. So that's something Matrix has got to be concerned about as well. Yeah, so very very strong playstyle from Funky as well, which we've seen him improve throughout the season. From sort of the start to where he is now, like he's really sort of comfortable with his team and really kicking on and he made some great plays in his games to reach the playoffs, and deservedly so. He's playing really good Pokemon right now and has a really strong team too.
So if you look at the six that Matrix bringing, you'll see that he's quote unquote leading with Aromatisse and Drampa. So a thing with Funky's team that he doesn't have a way of reversing Trick Room or imprisoning Trick Room. He traded away his only Trick Room setter a couple weeks ago. So if he's looking at that, he's definitely got to worry about a potential Trick Room. But there's, like we said, there's also other ways he could control speed outside of Trick Room. So if he goes for if he's predicting Trick Room from Matrix, and then Matrix goes for a different way of controlling speed, that might be something that could hurt Funky in the long run.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's going to be really interesting. That Manectric looks very solid in this matchup. Actually, you look at Moltres and Primarina and Tangler's there for redirection too. So a lot of key mons for Matrix to be aware of. So yeah, definitely going to be
Mhm.
a great game to watch. Should we get
Yeah.
into it?
I say we go ahead and get into this.
Awesome. I'm so looking forward to this.
This will be a
So
good time.
here we go. So this is
So we mentioned
game one.
earlier that he's kind of feigning a Trick Room at the top two. I think he is actually just going to go ahead and go for a different way of controlling speed instead of going for Trick Room. So yeah, he's starting with the Moltres and Mean Shao. And then in the back, he'll have Aromatisse and Primarina, I think it's going to be. Sort of jumping the gun here. But yeah, Primarina and Aromatisse. So with these 4 in mind, what do you think Funky could do to beat Matrix with these 4?
Yeah, it's a solid 4, Brian. Like you were saying, I think Manectric could work well here. Obviously, that Charizard Sableye is a very good partnership that we've seen Funky use in many games. That Manectric has played a key support role as well. You know, not just with Lightning Rod on versus Charizard, but you know with Snarls and sort of other supporting moves, possibly Eerie Impulse as well. So yeah, it's going to be a great match.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So let's see what Funky is leading up here. So we got Charizard and Sableye. This is a very common lead for Funky. With Prankster Sunny Day out of Sableye. And then a lot of other Prankster stuff. Prankster Quash is something he has to look out for. So a very common lead with Funky.
Yeah, it allows Funky lots of options. Matrix also got the quick guard there to protect him and his team from a lot of Sableye's kit, you know, and prankster moves. So really good utility there from Matrix.
So let's see who's going first in this. Maybe this is a matchup where they all go balls to the wall and Max turn 1. So it looks like that is going to be the here. So that's definitely the Charizard right there going into G-Max. One of the first G-Maxes ever released from about the time that Sword and Shield began circulation. And it's just been really good in just about every single meta that it's been in Sword and Shield. So that G-Max Charizard is a really good Pokemon. And it is the Clash of the Fire Fliers. So we're just going straight up for G-Max Charizard and Dynamax Moltres. So something really interesting here is if they both do max Airstreams for speed control. Because we do know that Funky doesn't just go straight up and click G-Max Wildfire every single time. When instead of Sunny Day, he just goes in for the Will-O-Wisp into the Shao, which is basically gonna make the Focus Sash null and void. And there goes the Rock Tomb into the Charty Berry Charizard, weakening the already burnt Mean Shao's Rock Tomb. Fortunately, the Charizard does get the still get the -1, allowing for the Moltres to outspeed and getting a speed boost from there, doing a lot of good damage despite not a knockout. And then there we go with another max Airstream going into the Mean Shao, knocking down to his Sash. But unfortunately, that's going to be it for the Mean Shao with the burn. But this might be okay from Matrix's standpoint. He might be okay. He might be planning on using this Mean Shao as sort of a sacrificial Pokemon of sorts.
I think this is a strong position now for Matrix going into turn 2. He's got speed control. He's popped that Charity Berry on Charizard already, and Charizard is out there maxed right now. So yeah, I think this is a strong position for Matrix.
Yeah, and then with the Moltres at the +1 and Charizard at just a regular speed, thanks to the Airstream, the Moltres will be going first in this one. And this Primarina has Liquid Voice, so he could go for a Hyper Voice to do spread damage. He does know that he likes to run the Ally Switch, which is a good move, but sometimes if used incorrectly, it could be a little more damaging than useful. But we'll see if what happens here. Oh, he just max guards. That's a really good max guard there. Sableye gets up the Sunny Day, but that is going to do some residual damage to Charizard while boosting its Fire-type moves, but it's also going to boost the max Flares from Fire-type moves from Moltres as well.
Yeah, that was a good call there.
That is going to weaken the Hyper Voice as well.
Yeah, definitely. Really well played there by
There's
Funky.
probably some special defense into that Sableye, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was a solid move right there. He's got Sun Up now. He's able to mitigate some of that water damage, but will it be enough? Charizard is looking pretty weak at this point.
Yeah, it's with Moltres still having more speed than Charizard, even at just +1. With the Protect there, let's see what this was about. See if this protect goes into it. So the max airstream is going into the Charizard, KOing the Charizard. So unfortunately for Funky, he could only get one airstream off, and he didn't really get to really use the Charizard very well, even in the sun. So that's looking really good for Matrix right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, and snarling, and he's snarl on the Sableye. That was really interesting. What we like about Draft League is that you can run these weird moves that you don't really see on these Pokemon very often because it might be really good in this matchup. And with two special attackers on the field, that was a really good thing by Funky putting the Snarl on the Sableye. You don't really look for Snarl to do damage, but you look for it to support very well. So that was a good bring on Funky's part.
Yeah, it's a good attacking option for Sableye in case it gets taunted as well. You know, it's still able to actually do something on the field. But yeah, Matrix looking in a better
Matrix
position
looking really good here.
Yeah, in the 3v3 matchup, both players have used their Dynamax now.
Yeah. So yeah, Moltres with the spread running Jealousy. Usually you would run Heat Wave, but Heat Wave is one of those moves that can miss. So it'll still be quad super effective on the Sizzle, or maybe it's running the Aqua Berry to perhaps live. Yeah, there's the Bullet Punch doing priority. Oh, KOing. Oh, it was a critical hit. Do you think that mattered right there? Do you think that crit mattered?
I think it did. I think it did. But Premium is weak defensively, so yeah.
Sableye got some special defense on this. This boy's got some special defense. It's been taking. Oh well, that is with the Snarl. So that Moltres is now down to -2 special attack. That we'll see if that crit comes into play throughout the rest of this battle.
This is really
We're now down to 2v2.
Yeah,
2v2.
Really
Here's the Aromatisse here.
Yeah, 2v2 endgame, although that Aromatisse is looking pretty good in his position, you know, being super effective against both his remaining mons on the field.
Yeah, and that one has not been snarled.
Yeah,
it's only the so we go so
it's interesting.
So this Urshifu can do like a sucker punch. Oh, it's just gonna protect here. It's just protecting. And the Aroma Veil comes into effect. So that is one of the abilities of the Aromatisse, is the Aroma Veil, which means that neither it nor its ally can be restricted on its move choice. So moves like Disable, Taunt, that kind of thing aren't effective on that side of the field. So maybe Funky was just trying to get information from that one, or maybe he just didn't know its ability, which would be interesting. So here comes another Burning Jealousy. KOing the Sableye.
Yeah, able to break that sash as well, on potential sash on Urshifu.
Yeah. Then there goes the 100% crit Wicked Blow and a Moonblast into Aromatisse, and this should just be game 1. And it is. So Matrix takes round 1. Fortunately, this is a best of 3, so Funky can regroup for a little bit. Maybe he's thought about some plays he can make with some different mons and come ready for game 2.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see Funky try and utilize Manectric. I think game 2, especially versus you know, potential Moltres. Of course, Matrix is yet to reveal Ancient Power on Moltres 2, so that's some really good info that he's preserved there going into the next game. So yeah, going to be really interesting to see if that Moltres can really clutch it again in game 2.
With best of 3s in VGC, part of game 1 is only revealing information that you want revealed. So if he's not expecting Ancient Power, this could be really bad for Funky. But we're gonna go ahead and go into this. What do you think Funky could do here if it's gonna be the same Moltres Mean Chow? What do you think would be the lead?
I think a bit more of a. I like the snarl on Sableye. I thought that was good, but you know, maybe a bit more of a cautious game from Funky. You know, perhaps not just Dynamax in turn 1. You know, let's just maybe see what Matrix has planned. You know, that snarl could come in really clutch if it's able to be utilized a few times. So I think, you know, if Manectric has snarl, then maybe could see some of that. Scissor was really powerful, but you don't want to be putting Scissor in the face of a Moltres, definitely, especially with Burning Jealousy. You're not able to redirect that, so
Yeah.
so yeah.
It's basically made with revealing the Burning Jealousy being a spread damage move. It's basically made Tangela more or less not really needed in the matchup unless for like sleep powders, because he's not running a safety goggle, so any of his Pokemon can be put to sleep, and we're not running a sleep clause in VGC. So that's also something to think about. You could try to do the sleeps, try to be cheeky and do a little sleep strategies.
Yeah.
To put the monsters to sleep so they can't do anything.
Yeah, definitely. Tangela looks quite weak in this matchup.
Yeah. And Charizard and Magnetric, good prediction from you, my friend. That's something really good to look out for.
Let's see what he can do here with this combo.
It's the same lead from Matrix, and let's see if it's going to be the same turn ones with maxing and airstreams.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like Matrix is going for that, and then he's going to Rock Tomb into the Magnetric. That's really good speed control. He knows that the Charizard is going to live a Rock Tomb with thanks to the Chardy Berry, and with Rock Tomb being a low damaging move and a more supportive Rock type move, this could lower the speed of the Magnetric right here.
This is interesting. Funky also going for the Dynamax turn 1 again.
Mm-hmm.
Along with Matrix.
So maybe this Magnetric could have Snarl on its set as well, being a little bit, isn't it a little bit faster than Moltres, I believe?
Magnetric, it's quite quick, yeah. I wouldn't be sure at the top of my head.
Oh, he's just going for straight damage. And then there's the Rock Tomb. Lowering the speed of the Magnetric. And just going for a G-Max Wildfire into the Mean Shao. So it's going to be the same thing as Game 1, where Mean Shao is just doing its one thing, helping with the speed control, and then going down.
Yeah, Funky not opting for that Airstream, instead just going straight for the Wildfire, trying to get that residual damage off, but it's not going to affect Moltres.
It's not going to affect Moltres because G-Max Wildfire does chip damage to all non-fire types, and unfortunately the Kanto Moltres is a fire type. This is not the Galarian one that is a dark type.
So quite
The
similar.
remaining of Matrix's Pokemon will take the G-Max Wildfire damage.
Yeah, quite a similar turn 1 in some respects, but instead that...
I think now Matrix is considering the Magnetric now more of a threat. Maybe he wants to protect the Primarina in case the Magnetric goes for a electric type move into it, because both the Primarina and the Moltres are weak to electric, but since Primarina is down, it might be easier to OHKO rather than the G-Max. It doesn't really matter because the Magnetric goes down to the Max Quake, boosting the special defense of both the Moltres and the Primarina, which is really good. Primarina is already a specially defensive Pokemon, and even so both Pokemon are going to take less damage from this incoming Airstream.
Wow.
So Matrix is playing this really well.
Yeah, that Airstream didn't do much to Moltres at all. Like you say, Primarina already especially defensively bulky, receiving that extra Spadef boost. Both his Mons looking really solid, special defensively. But we are still 3-on-3 here. So let's just see which Mon Funky is going to bring out.
Maybe
next.
a Protect wasn't very good there. Maybe he could have gone for the spread Hyper Voice there for a little more chip damage into the Charizard. Maybe he'll be doing that this turn. Maybe he figures this will be the turn that he goes for the spread damage. Because just one more Airstream and then a chip will do enough damage for the KO. This Urshifu does have can run Sucker Punch, but it does also have Wicked Blow, the automatic crit move.
Yeah, yeah, really interesting
But
position
you
now.
you really don't want to send Shifu into this as a revenge cleaner now because of the airstream boosts from Moltres. So this might be a little difficult to correctly use Urshifu as a British killer. So the airstream is coming up, outspeeding, and Primarina takes that very well thanks to the extra special defense and just how tanky it is as a specially defensive Pokemon.
This was going to move
Then there
next.
goes the Wicked Blow, always critting,
Oh, and that's going to
and
be
the
enough.
Primarina goes
Ooh.
down. It sucks that it's unfortunate that Primarina's gone down to 2 crits, but unfortunately he can't avoid the crit on that one.
No, that crit is guaranteed.
And that reveals Focus Sash on Shifu. So that's I don't think we saw that the last episode. I think it had taken some chip to where the sash was useless.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bit of a stronger position for Funky now. Only because
Yeah.
Charizard still
Well,
has
he's in a good
its
strong position here.
berry intact, I believe. And is a Mon up against Matrix at this point as well. We've not seen that fourth Mon from
Yeah,
Funky.
we haven't seen the fourth yet.
But Aromatisse is quite bulky in itself, you know, and
Yeah.
it's no slouch, isn't gonna die from one hit here. So hopefully it can put some work in these final few turns.
He's going for the trick room, and it looks like he's gonna rely on the trick room here.
Interesting. Recognizing that Charizard and that Urshifu are super fast now, trying to flip the speed on its head.
Well, Oromatisse doesn't care about the burn. And then the Urshifu goes down, and the trick room goes up.
Interesting. Then Moltres was able to move before Urshifu.
Interesting with a late turn trick room, because a lot of trick room strategies revolve on setting it the first turn. So it's really interesting that he's gone for more of a late turn trick room to get the win, to try to as his win con for the late turn trick room.
It's all down to who this one is now. Can Funky rescue this from the back?
Yeah. It's Scizor.
Interesting. That Scizor isn't the quickest. I would expect it to move before
First,
Moltres.
it has the
in
bullet
this
punch, so
scenario.
it's going to go first anyway.
Yep, that is correct. It's probably not going to live any hit from Moltres though at this rate.
Yeah. Because it's not running Akka, so it's definitely going to go down to Burning Jealousy here. It's just if Charizard survives one more turn, or if it goes down as well. Charizard just protects. Good move by Funky. Just expect, and then he doesn't go for the bullet punch.
Ooh.
Just dual wing beats.
Oh.
And he misses. That's the thing with the dual wing beat. It's like a 95% accurate move, and as the great MNJ TV says, if it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate. I think that's what was the reason for the heat wave. I mean, not the heat wave, but the burning jealousy over the heat wave. I want to get into a matchup where it comes down to accuracy like that.
That was a rough miss from Funky, although the Moltres was at full HP. It would have been interesting to see how much damage that dual wing beat would have done to Moltres.
I don't think it would have done too much.
Would it have been enough to pick up the KO? I'm not sure.
Yeah. And I think that's just gonna be it for Funky there. It's Ancient and the Ancient Power. But I think even with the Charty Berry, that's just gonna be a little too much for the Charizard. And there we go. And we have and Matrix moves on to round 2 with a 2-0 win over Funky.
Wow.
So, what are your thoughts after this best of 3 matchup?
Yeah, that was a great game. I think it was well done to Matrix. Seems to have played well. So, came in with some great prep to the game. Utilized a lot of his mons very well. That Moltres was a thorn in Funky side. All game didn't really have an answer to Moltres, or a great answer anyway. Commiserations to Funky. I think he's played so well throughout the league. It's a shame, I think, in this matchup in particular, like we didn't see those sort of star players from his team that we've seen flourish in other games. That such as that Manette trick, that Urshifu. It was through great position from Matrix that he had answers to those mons sort of when they came in, and then through targeting, Matrix was able to take out that Manette trick before it could really start becoming an annoyance.
Yeah.
Um,
And Matrix just did a good, like you said, he did a great job of controlling the game. He had he didn't reveal the ancient power too quickly, just for the final KO in game two, and then didn't even necessarily rely on airstreams to really get the win in match two. It kind of shows how flexible Matrix is as a battler. He can win in a multitude of ways. We talked about this early on. He's got the trick room mode, and then he's also got other ways of controlling speed. And he controlled speed in multiple ways with the Rock Tomb, the Airstream, and then late game trick room as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely great speed control and great execution of prep from Matrix. So really well done to him. We have a couple of minutes at the end of this video. I think Matrix has given his final thoughts. I think myself and Bryan, we won't be able to hear this only because the audio is going straight through to Twitch. So I don't know if we just want to say our final thoughts, Bryan, and then I'll just let the rest of the video finish, and we can call it there. What do you think?
I think it was I think both players played really well, and Funky has nothing to be ashamed of. Played a really good matchup, drafted a really fantastic team. It's just that Matrix had multiple ways of controlling speed, and as we all know, speed is a great way of if you can control speed, you're probably going to win. So with better, I think what we said earlier was true. Better speed control, Matrix was able to pull out the W on this one, but. Monkey is a fantastic battler, and I can't wait to see more of him in season three. What about you?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I've just been informed by Matrix actually that he just has the team right at the end, so he just goes through the team one by one, so we can just watch that and talk a little bit more, I guess. Thank you to everyone watching in chat, and I think I'll just, if that's okay, Bryan, I think I'll just pick out some key messages from everyone. So
Yeah.
Matrix has been in chat saying, there was a couple of, perhaps a couple of blunders, but like you say, mostly really well played. Matrix was like sort of preserving information, not revealing that ancient power straight away. He believed the crit from Scizor in game one actually did matter. He reckoned that Primuna was going to live, without that crit. So, even a
Mhm.
banded Scizor wasn't going to be KOing. So that was um, that, that was a little bit unfortunate there. He reckoned also the dual wing beat wouldn't have KO'd the Moltres, which I think we agree with. I think with full health,
Yeah.
Moltres probably would have taken that dual wing beat. So, there was some element of hacks in the game with those misses, which is unfortunate. We never like to see it, but I think we're both in agreement that it didn't really matter in the long run. But yeah, thank you for everyone else for tuning in and watching. Yeah, this is the first time we've done something like this, but we were really excited to give it a go. And yeah, love being alongside my buddy Bryan to bring it to you guys.
Yeah. I think we did a you did a good job today, Thanks, AJ. You did good.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I think we'll end it there then, guys. Any final thoughts, Bryan?
Just looking forward to round two. We'll definitely be doing this again. We'll try to get a another really good matchup ready for you guys.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, thanks so much for joining in and watching, and
Mhm.
we'll see you guys in the next round. Take care.
All right, bye guys. Peace out.